there's been a bunch of new enhancements in GibbsCAM 2016 when it comes to thread milling, all the way from creating the tool, defining the tool, to defining the tool path, and a bunch of added options, and even new menus when it comes to defining the tool path for machining threads. So let's go ahead. We're just going to start with the tool. We can see here that we've added a full profile tool option. So if I zoom in down here, you can see that I can define the full tool. The nice thing about this, it can support anywhere from 1 to the full depth of the threaded tool, depending on how many teeth you have. The other nice thing here is we can define tapered threads, pipe threads or other threads, different thread styles. When you define an angled thread mill, that automatically defines the angle of the tapped holes. And what I mean by that is you don't need to create angled geometry. If you have an angled thread mill, it will automatically create the corresponding angled thread that you need. So there's no addition of geometry or anything like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the tool path here real quick. I've got one right here. This one isn't actually, this is an external thread. But a lot of this stuff it goes for the same for internal or external, OD or ID. We can see here that the menu now looks a lot more in line with the other GibbsCAM menus. Let's go ahead and just take a really quick look at what the old menu looked like. So previously, this is what the thread milling options were. So switching over to the new one, we can see that now it's a full menu with a lot of different options. I'm not going to go through all of them in this video, but I'm just going to hit some of the highlights. One of the nice things here is we can go ahead and give it spring passes. You can also, if we look right down here, you can vary depth with geometry. So by using these hole features here, if they have different depths, that geometry is going to dictate the depth of the hole. So we can vary the depth with geometry. The clearance diameter, one of the things that I really like too, here it says rapid to and from clearance diameter. So if you're threading a really big diameter hole, it's not going to come to the center and then just feed over to the clearance plane. It's going to, it's going to come down, it's going to wrap it over, it's going to save a lot of time in your threading cycle. So real quick, let's just take a look at the simulation for that operation. Let's go ahead and rewind this real quick. Let me slow it down so you can see it a little bit better. So here we can see it. That's the OD tapping. So here the tool comes down and we get the thread. A couple other things just really quick to finish up with is GibbsCAM will now automatically calculate the number of Z passes you're going to need for that thread, and it's going to connect them using lead-ins and lead-outs. That's another huge addition. And lastly, you have control over things like your cutter comp line and things like that. There's a lot of new functionality. If you have any questions about how to implement this or other changes in thread milling, please feel free to reach out to your local reseller or give GibbsCAM technical support a call. Thank you.